Extremely moist flakes anal. That has to be it. It's fine. All right. Very quickly, I wanna tell y'all about the diagonal kickoff. So in this game, you can go for this kickoff, and like there's this hook kickoff where you just get it here fast, and then you try to hit the middle of the ball and you try to hook it, and there's this push kickoff, right? So here you go for the push kickoff. You kind of have to know, like, you can do a hook kickoff if you think you can reach the middle, like dead center here, goal side, and beat your opponent. Like, if you feel like your opponent has slow kickoffs, or you feel like you could just beat him, or you just want to do a hook kickoff, like going here and then like flipping it to the left, like if he's slow, you will beat him, right? This push kickoff you can do, but like you have to be careful, because if they do a hook kickoff and you do a push kickoff, like, see how you're coming to this side of the ball and you're like flipping to the right. Like if he gets here earlier, or if he gets like good contact on the middle of the ball, there's a good chance this ball will pinch like side one and into your net. So you have to be careful. I'm not saying you're making a mistake. I just try to, like, I'm telling you, you have like this push kickoff, which is very good. You can push from left to right. But the problem is, if they hit the middle of the ball, you will lose the kickoff because you're not hitting the middle of the ball, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. It is a very good kickoff though. You win the kickoff to the side, so you're doing it completely well. So instantly, right, what is the touch you're looking for here? The touch you're looking for here is the touch that allows you to go for the mid boost while not outplaying yourself. So you're letting yourself go for mid boost, sure, but you do outplay yourself because it's too heavy. So how do you prevent this from going too heavy? You have to like break a little bit more and not hit it, like, don't hit it here with power, but break a little bit more, let the ball bounce, and then hit like a little bit more the bottom of the ball, like a little bit more delayed, so it goes a little bit more up instead of forward, right? Yeah, I get that you didn't want to hit it that heavy. Like, this should have been a goal. Boost grab is totally fine, and you do have to realize that if the ball bounces out, you have to be there instantly, because otherwise he gets a free shot. But, you know, the ball bounces up, so you have a free ball. So you have boost and ball. Hope your day has been going amazing. So, ball. Ones will teach you how to value ball possession. Like, ball possession is what you need to actually make a play. So if you have ball possession here, don't just like hit this away from yourself, right? So we see that you don't do that, so that's amazing, right? Now, coming off the wall and instantly going for a play forward, oftentimes, especially if you're fucking shit at the game, which you probably are, oftentimes will end in you either missing the ball or you hitting the ball but just hitting it forward without being able to control it. Like, it's hard controlling this perfectly off the wall. So if you're shit at the game, oftentimes I'll just tell you, like, to try to take your time, let it bounce first, and then go. But let's see. Pretty dead touch. Like, you cannot catch up to it. Had your opponent been good at the game, he would not move away here like this, like, because he doesn't have to, right? He's giving you so much free space that you're fine now. So in the end, this is fine. You know, as you can see, the touch wasn't great, but, you know, because of the fact that the opponent wasn't here to like punish you, he like turned away. Like, let's say he turned into you here and you do this, like, you're getting literally in the ass. But this is good movement. I like it. You go behind him. You want to try to not give him time to go for his back boost, which you really don't do. And this is just unfortunate. So you have to know, if he goes for back boost, this is a goal. If he goes for back boost, this is a goal. Okay, now when he doesn't go for back boost, you have forced him to not be able to go for back boost, which is a winning position for you. But then your thought process should go further than, oh, we're now threatening someone. It should be realistically being like, what if he stays here? How can I get this ball past him? And this ball, again, I always say find the back of their car and go behind them. So if you play this into the left behind him, there is no way he's reaching. Why? Because he's backwards, bro. Like, he can half flip, back flip, like try to pre-jump, like pre-flip your shit, but you just play forward and now you don't have anything. So at this point, I guess a pop is a nice try. Boost grab is good. Like, a plat player will wait for the ball for ages, whereas a good player will know, oh, there's downtime on the ball. I'm not doing anything with this ball anyway. Let me just grab the boost in the corner, right? Your turns should not be grab the boost and turn. Your turn has to be based off of the ball. Don't grab the boost and turn like this. Make your turn based off of the play initially. Before turning, don't grab the boost and turn. Grab the boost, look at the ball, and make sure you make a wide turn to the front of your car. So like, you have 7,000 options. Like, you could make a wide turn like this and then turn like that. That's fine. You can also turn like this and then turn fully around here. As long as your front of the car can go into the play. You cannot just turn and be here while the ball is going here. You just didn't look at the ball. Like, you have a lot of options, right? in my series, I always said try to force them to get out of position, try to like wait for them to push up and then try to play based off of them. But we all know that's fucking boring as shit, and Rocket League is a flexible game, so you have the option to do a lot of things in this game, right? So let's see what you come up with, right? I am a fan of like not playing it straight into their net, because the angle towards net is very easy to block if it's just a straight line towards net. Like the angle isn't much other than this. There is height, elevation. Sure, you can pop it over him and shit, but there isn't much of an angle, like, direction change possible here. Like, sure, you can still, like, try to flick it behind him, but see how, like, behind him is either here, towards him, and behind him is, like, kind of the same angle, but, like a little bit here. And that difference can be enough, you know, at times. So, it's not a bad play. I'm not saying this is bad, but I am a fan of, like, trying to play this infield first, like, a little bit like this, so that, first of all, you have vision off of your opponent, or on your opponent, I should say. And it's just the direction change potential is just bigger, right? So this is not bad, but I'm just saying, right? Because now you don't have vision. The angle is very simple to block. So getting a touch infield, rolling or a dribble or whatever the f you want, you can do whatever the f you want. I'm not telling you to what the f you have to do. Again, this is not like chess. Rocket League is a flexible game. Nice try, nice try. It's not a bad flick at all. Like you jump, threaten a fake. I would have waited a little bit longer. And then I would flick. Why? Because as soon as you wait on the fake, and you actually delay it after threatening a fake first, there has to be a thought process, right? Threatening a flick, threaten a fake now by waiting a little bit longer, and then now is where I would flick. And then he would point his card down, like see how he's going for the save because he sees where you're flicking it to. Had you waited like 0.3 more seconds, you would have probably faked him because he would go down, see how he's going down already, but he can react now. So if he timed it a little bit better, it would have probably been a goal. Like, I like the thought process. So, all right, next play. We are always wanting to, you always have to be as pressuring and as forceful as you can, whether that is a real challenge when they're out of position, whether that is a demo if you can, whether that is grabbing the f***ing boost in a corner. Always you want to be the most punishing and forceful move in game. Don't go back if you can demo. Don't go back if you have a free challenge. Don't go back if your mom is ugly. Like, I like it. Now, there is a when can I actually go for the demo and when can I threaten the demo question as well. Like, threatening the demo makes this guy wait here, and a smart player would maybe be like, oh, I did enough, I did my job, let me win ball possession instead of going for the bump. Had you hit a demo here, this play is justified. When you don't hit a demo, you might be like, oh, bringing the ball back with me is a way to always give myself ball possession. This isn't bad. You still reach whatever. Nice instant try to turn. Why? Because he should not have a lot of boost, right? This happens, he shoots, he's 0. Now, the turn is a really nice try. You just have to make sure you hit the right side of the ball so the ball goes straight forward or even a little bit to the left, better than killing it and going to the right with too much momentum. The thought process is correct. Like, you have to play fast because he is 0. Nice. A lot of time he goes for back boost. You have a lot of time. Beautiful touch. It's totally fine. He's so far back, he cannot challenge your infield play. You're advancing the play, but it's still your ball. That is what is important here. We continue. Now, see, it's kind of like the same thing. You're making this one angle approach very simple for him. Again, a good player would oftentimes here on this ball here, instead of like jumping and hitting it forward, a lot of players will do that as well, and it works when you do something correctly. But a lot of players will get this rolling infield or a bounce dribble infield and then get around the ball, threaten a shot. You can fake it, you can get a touch into a low 50, you can do whatever the f you want. But this one straightforward angle approach can work, but it's easily, like, it's just easy to counter, right? You do get a goal out of it, so, you know, good job, good 50. But a good player would just single jump flip and f***ing challenge the ball head on and, like, you just missed, right? But good job, you threaten something and you go for a fake. You don't play too predictable, right? You play annoying, which is good. I guess the touch is fine. You have to get a touch. That's a good touch. It's a good touch. A lot of time. A lot of time still. A lot of time. A lot of time. And again, you're gonna do something now, and it's the 3rd time in a row now that you have this exact play, and you know, you just go forward and try something. It worked out. You scored out of it last goal. Again, in my series, I would 99% of the time wait for them to come towards me because people f*** up their positioning very easily. If you wait for them, they're like, what is this guy doing? Can I just challenge? And then they forget about covering their net, and you can exploit waiting and doing all that shit. But you don't have to, right? Nice. And see, I at least like that you don't get a heavy touch here. This touch is beautiful because it's slow. Now, you unfortunately, you don't follow the ball's momentum correctly. Like, a good player will be able to get to the ball closer now and be able to get under the ball and get, like, create angles. You actually boost, like, above the ball, or, like, your skill issue, you know? But your first touch is beautifully slow, that it's close enough for you to hit it again with your flip. Like, maybe from your opponent's POV, you'll see what I mean. It's very useful to get touches that you can follow up, and that's a beautiful soft touch. It's just you pointing your card too far up here, so you don't have that great of a shot anymore, but you do have 2 touches, which is what, you know, creates the outplay, right? Only a minute in, bro. I feel like we're already 30 minutes in. What are you doing? Looking at the fucking ceiling, waiting for this shit? Shut the fuck up. Where's this ball going? Into the corner, grab the boost. Only when it's scoreable and you have a free goal, you wait here and go for the ball. This is why we play ones, though. You will learn through trial and error, like, oh, there I couldn't be slow as shit and then just waiting forever. But I feel like a good player will just, like, threaten a demo or something, like, better here. Like, I get the turn back, though. He has the ball in his car, he could flick, but, like, the way he is angled, like, if he flicks now, it's not really that threatening yet. Like, he's going over there, if you get what I mean. So the only flick he can get towards your net is, like, a backflip, like a diagonal back right. You have more offensive capabilities here than you think. You turn very early, but I feel the most pressuring move that you can go for here without getting punished is just to full-on straight charge into him. All I'm saying is the most forceful move here was to try and demo him, or at least put more pressure on him. That's unlucky. I'd say that timing is very good. The timing is very good. It's just like, you know, air dribble bump kick W. Bro, your mic? Yeah, my bad. My mic is ass, my dude. It's fine, I don't stream anyway. So again, it's a straightforward approach. It's totally fine. You can, again, score out of this. Nice try. So, actually, I have a very good tip here. Instead of, like, getting a touch and then trying to demo him, the way you should think of an air dribble bump is to cover the ball. Like, you want to escort the ball into the net as if you're its bodyguard. Instead of, like, getting a touch and now going for him, you're opening up the gap between the ball and you. Like, there's this little gap now. See, literally, he exploits that gap because you went for the bump instead of covering the ball. Like, you kind of want to stay in front of the ball and bump him if he, you know, because he has to block the ball, right? So instead of, like, going for this and then instantly, like, going for the bump, you kind of have to, like, be a little bit more, like, with the ball's momentum. I know that might sound weird, but it's something you want to think about. He has to go for the ball eventually anyway, so cover the ball's, like, path towards net, so that when he goes for it, you can bump him, right? Yo, York Tops, thank you for the gift sub, man. Appreciate it, bro. Good job. Yeah, exactly. He could have just faked and not gone for the save anymore. Alright, it is in, but I do want to go back. Every time you are in a position like this, the ball has gone past this guy, you never want to dribble the ball, like, forward. Like, stop driving in front of the ball. Like, see how you're boosting, you're now getting in front of the ball? There's this perfect position. Well, it's not perfect position. You just want to have the ball in front of you and be able to keep going full speed forward. And the way you get to under the ball, you cannot, like, see how you have to brake here because you're under the ball. Now you jump, you flick. It is a good way to keep your momentum going forward, but you have to just be able to cleanly be able to hit this. Stop boosting under the ball now. And then when you're past him, now go forward. Like, you're just getting under the ball and almost getting too far in front of it. It is a skill to be able to realize when something is off. You have to have this instinct feeling where you're like, he flicked very early, or like he's far away from the ball still. You have to have some of that awareness, or at least like higher level players will have that awareness, where if someone just flips early or they flip weird or they're still far away from the ball, you have to know you're being faked. It's very easy to tell once you're aware of it, but when you just go for kickoff, you're never gonna see. It literally all comes down to awareness. Alright. So, you know, not a bad challenge. I know it looks scoreable. The way you can go for this without ever overcommitting when he can still block it is to go for this ball in this fashion where you push up towards it, and you can see if he can block it or not, right? If you go for this without jumping so early is what I'm basically trying to say. Like, you can push for this ball and then see if you can score or not. So just push, keep going. Of course, be fast. Like, don't wait. Don't give him time. But you don't, like, jumping and going doesn't make you faster or something. Like, just boost there. And then when you get close enough, you'll see if he has a block, or you can see if it's open, and then you can just fast go. It has to be a fast a decision, but I would never like just jump and go for that because like at least not that early. Like if I had 3 seconds left, maybe I would. I guess it's totally fine though, like because it was like almost open. I do get it. What I would probably do here, and this is the exact perfect position to do it, is press your rear view cam and just look for his nameplate. You don't have to look at his car. You don't have to look. Flakes, where do I look? Shut the f up. If you see a nameplate somewhere close, he's there. If not, like you see him, but like you can kind of see like he isn't going on the wall or something, right? He turned back. If you can see that now, then you see that you have 7 minutes of gameplay on this ball. Like you can, I mean, you cannot go for your back boost, but you have so much time because he's not pressuring you. He's 0 and you have so much time. So even this touch is fine. But you are putting yourself in this position where you're very like you're trying to go very fast. Like again, this touch is not bad, but at least here I get that you're going for a ground pitch. I fully understand. I'm not saying I don't understand that you're going for the ground pinch, but after getting a touch on the wall, which is still fine, value ball possession. Like that is, it's very important to value ball possession. You have a ball. He's low on boost. This is a 1v1. If you take the 1v1, it is a 1v1. If you go for the ground pinch, if you don't hit a fucking top corner ground pinch, then it's just a pass to him, right? So you realize that you had a fucking winning position, and in the end, you almost like you get out of this shit almost like getting scored on and shit. Like you're the one who's getting pressured now for no fucking reason. Cover the shot. Good job. See, Plats and Diamonds will struggle with this a lot. So how do you cover a shot like this? Well, you have momentum towards the net with a. You have to cover a hard shot first of all. Like some people will like stop here in the corner and then they just wait and then they just shoot and it's in. So what Gabri does here is he has momentum towards the net, covering the shot. The shot happens, you have momentum. See how he turned down though? That was almost ass. Like you don't want to point your car like away from the net. Also like it's better to be like towards the middle of the height of the net instead of like high to down or down like low to high. It's better to kind of be in the middle. You do want to adapt though. But yeah, he does it like. He does it very well, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of Plats don't know how to deal with this. All you do is you just drive with the potential shot, and then if they don't shoot, which is why Gabri kind of stops here, then that's when you stop here, and of course, don't keep driving towards your net. But when they do shoot, you need to continue that momentum and save it. Now, you do get beaten through your boots, and it's kind of because you, like, stopped here at the end. Instead of, like, keeping that momentum, you kind of just stopped. He was faster. So, again, you cover his shot by just covering your shot. It's a good touch. That's a very early jump, like... This has to be some decision making of, is this in and how much time do I have? I'll answer the second question first. How much time do you have? You have 17 minutes. Why? Because look at your opponent. Is it in within 0.3 seconds if your opponent doesn't hit it? No, you have 1, 2, 7, 8. Like you know, yeah, you have as much time until your opponent goes. As soon as you see your opponent go or he could go for it, then you have to go. But when he lands like this and he's not going and he's leaving, you have until the ball literally is in. That's how much time you have, right? So it's not in yet. It's not in yet. It's never even gonna be in. And you jump very early. You get a touch to him while he grabs a boost, and in the end he's like, "Oh, thank you, you're dumb as f." In twos, you do the exact same thing, right?
Oh my god, I'll try, yeah.
I got one touch, yeah, to you, and your teammate will help you because he's backward. Nice try. Cap. Alright, we get faked again. So as soon as I get faked once on a diagonal kickoff, most of the time I'll be like, he might do it again, right? You will, it just starts with awareness, you know? Can we get a birthday bicep flex? I got you, bro. I haven't gone to the gym in like 7 days, man. I sprained my ankle. Wait, this is my elbow. No, this is my wrist. So I was at this is a filler episode right now, but we went through this laser gaming and bowling arcade thing, and then there was this punching bag, right? And I was with the fam and shit, and I'm the alpha male, so I went up to it, right? And I hit the punching bag, but the problem is, I like mishit it, and I thought I like broke my wrist or some shit. So I didn't go to the gym for like 7 days. Okay, that was the explanation. Let's keep going. That's okay, I haven't been in 7 years, no sweat, bro. Go to the gym. Alright. It is good that you challenge because you always have two options. One option is to cover your net, cover the threat. And the other option is to go for the ball and challenge. You cannot be here and then end up not challenging. Why? Because your net is open. Like, so if you don't jump here, you lose the game. I like being able to cover the threat when I have space. I don't like challenging when it's a 50-50 because it's RNG. It's up to you. There is a challenge moment here, but you have to know when you challenge, please do it instant. So you don't give them time to reach or you don't give them time to around. So there is a gap here, but in the end, it's good that you jump up, because had you just sat here, like you're not following the two options. Again, one is you cover the threat, you go back, you cover the shot, and the other one is challenge as fast as you can and close the distance to the ball and go for the ball. You cannot be in between. You get what I mean? Nice try on the demo. It's a decent touch. It's open. No. If it's Game 7 OT Grand Final, your mother's life is on the line. The only it's not the only consistent way, but the most reliable, safe way to get this in is to get a touch on the right side of the ball. Not like here, but like here on the back right, soft, extending your touch into middle, and it's not a shot, it's a touch you should be able to reach again so that you can just drive it in.
On the mid flakes, I hate one.
Shut the f up, become good, become consistent. You're never gonna be good. Oh, I shot. Oh, did I miss? Be normal. Get an extending touch into middle that you can reach, that you can then just dribble. It's as simple as that. Just drive. Basically, that's the TLDR, long story short. So, in a situation like this, you both can go for the ball. What do you want to do? Do you want to do nothing? Or do you want to bring the ball with you to a position that then you can dominate? What I mean by that is get a soft touch into his corner, grab the pads and grab the boost, and he'll still be on 29 boosts. It's the best thing you can do. I don't mind the fake. Let's say he missed or something, whatever. No boost, always demo. Don't give him time. Don't let him take ball possession. You're missing out on these factors. You're giving him the back boost. You're letting him clear the ball. Like, you take shit in your own control. Play it where you want. Take the boost in that corner. Stop letting him do this. The bounce was up, so you go back. Fake jump moment, miss out, but a fake challenge moment is great. Okay, in a situation like this, because we have so much space, I will, like 99% of the time, I will fake challenge. That doesn't mean I won't challenge after the fake challenge. Nice, I like that. Why is a fake challenge good? Because he thinks you're going, and it's not threatening yet. This ball is somewhere in midfield. Wherever he hits it, you can cover. If he hits his on target, you can cover. If he hits it into your corner, it's into your corner. That's totally fine. So he thinks you're going. You can let him go, hit it through your corner, and now just win the fucking boost in that corner. And you have to jump. See, you have thought process.
Oh, the ball went into my corner. I'm Italian. I can grab the boost.
Yeah, but cazzi de merda. Like, it's not good enough. Because there is one exception when you cannot go for the boost and just be brain dead. And the only exception is when the ball goes over your own car back into middle. That's when you have to cover that bounce, and instead of just going for the boost and letting it go over your fucking head and getting scored on, please go in. Yes, this is what you deserve. And you have to get better. You will get better.
I'm out, man.
No, don't leave. Don't leave. You will get better, promise you. But like, these are the common, like every mistake in Rocket League is a common mistake. Every mistake you make, your friend will make as well. Everyone in chat has made a mistake where they let this ball bounce over their own head into middle. Everyone has made that mistake. I make that mistake weekly probably. It should go like this. The ball bounces out, you get a touch, you like jump into this ball while grabbing the boost and getting a touch. You can do all of that combined, but your brain only goes for, oh, fake challenge and then let him hit it into the corner. I grab the boost and then you get scored on, because it's not good enough, buddy. It's literally good that you get punished. You should be happy you're getting punished. I don't want you to save that. In a game where your mother's life is on the line, I want you to save it, but a game like this, I'd rather let you get punished and learn from your mistakes. So, free ball.
Is this free? Yes, of course.
Free ball.
Is this free?
Not a free ball anymore after this touch. Hey, actually, again, this is what I mean, though. A very nice soft touch, which is beautiful. So it's still a free ball, actually, because you slow down and get a beautiful first soft touch. So if he turns and challenges, you can see that and you'll just outplay. So he cannot, right? That's why this touch is very good. It advances the play forward, but it doesn't give it away, right? Now, I will say again, though, that you have this straightforward approach, like into his ass, like this, like, but like it's very simple to like save shit like this, like. You know, but we'll see what happens, right? Nice try. You go for a flick, you go for a D-left flick. But as I said, like, it's just one angle towards net that he has to block, and he just goes for it and he just challenges it, right? Like, try to go like this more. Like this, and then get around the ball like this. And now you have, like, a direction change. This isn't bad. It's just easier to defend or some shit, right? It's just straightforward, or it's just, like... easy to predict. Nice try on the demo threat here. I like that. Nice try on the challenge here. You know you can reach, so it's totally fine. This is not bad. Alright, we go for the back boost here. Alright, it's fine. Alright, so I like that you try to take time, but then you still shit your pants and you hit it too far away. Like, the thought process is there, but it's just, you know, you still give it away. So sometimes you'll be forced to give away ball possession because you're being pressured or you don't have boost. Even without boost, so you don't always need to give it away, though. Like, you could, especially in ones, you could just wait, let them, like, if they are challenging at some point, they're over-committing if you punish them, if that makes sense. It does score a nice shot, but you should be more focused on your mistakes rather than, oh, that was a nice shot from my opponent. So again, more to win here. You can win the mid boost, but there actually is a goal, like there's a goal opportunity that you can go for. You have to think about it like this. If he doesn't go for the boost, you can take the ball with you to the boost and go for the boost. If he goes for the boost, the net is open. So you have to position yourself based off of what happens. And as soon as he goes for this, like that shit, you kind of try, but it's too slow because it has to be here. It has to be one wide turn like this that sets you up like this, where you can now shoot. Instead of like going for the ball and then turning the other way. Like, you have to set it up by like, you know, realizing he's flipping and then going like that and then being here, like instantly, cleanly. The shot attempt is not bad. He does reach though. So you could argue that, you know, we should value ball possession and we have a chance to do something with the ball. But I don't mind the shot. But you have to think about it, because the shot didn't give you a goal here because, you know, he reached. Right, bad touch. You know, it's bad because it gives him the challenge moment, right? A good player will literally, like, look at how free this ball is. I swear to God, you're the one who's supposed to get scored on here. I promise you. This is, this is bad. Like, you get a touch on the wall into the guy that is, like, ready to challenge you. Like, look at this, look at this. What if he just goes, like, I know he just goes, but he misses the ball because he sucks. It probably is to just take time, because the fact is, he took your boost and he's full boost. Any hit that you get here, he could potentially turn and challenge, and that's the problem. Challenging isn't great for him, but when you make it easy for him to challenge because you get a touch into him, that's when the problem occurs, kind of. So I would probably just, like, take my time, let it roll, and then when you can then keep your eye on your opponent, see what he does, and if he then turns, then you can get a touch that is an outplay touch instead of a touch into him here. This is kind of the problem, because he really has a free challenge here, but he just misses, right? You look better without facial hair. Hey, your opinion, I appreciate your opinion, man. But whatever, it's fine. Thank you, Ash. The bounce is perfect for you, but this isn't a clean touch to your corner. This is a touch to, like, in between the mid boost and your back boost, which if it bounces straight up the wall, like, he can just go on the wall. Like, I mean, it does bounce straight. Like, this touch is good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's, like, almost not good because it's, like, towards the side. Like, play this into your corner. Like, 10 out of 10 times you will have the ball in your corner if you play it to your corner. So don't play it in between the mid and the back boost, because, like, sometimes you'll go for the mid boost and then you'll be able to reach. But it has enough momentum. Like, see how he has to leave, because it has enough momentum towards your corner. He doesn't reach the challenge. Had it been a ball that went up here like this, now he will go on the wall, and now he wins ball possession because your touch back to your corner wasn't clean enough. But it's good enough because actually it is a perfect touch, but I know that's not what you meant. Alright, coming down the wall but getting a touch to the side is way better than coming down the wall and playing it straight into him, right? So don't come down the wall and go like this. Come down the wall and go like this. This is perfect. Why? Because you have ball possession, you have a lot of room and angles to set shit up with. And what is he gonna do? What is this? Italian pinch? Ceiling shot of dreams? Alright, unlucky, unlucky. The setup and stuff is great. Yeah, I want to say unlucky, bro. Actually looked good. It felt like you were gonna bonk that. I guess you weren't under it enough. And the mid boost miss is bad, of course, because it's just like it forces you to leave space. It forces you to go for back boost, which wins him space, right? Nice fake challenge. Nice try on the challenge. So most of the time after a fake challenge, when someone gets a touch like this, people will just instant challenge, right? Because again, I said you have two options. You cover the shot towards net, which you can do if you have space, but you don't really have space here. You don't want to be going back to net like this when there's a shot happening from this close. Like, he's shooting from here. You don't want to be going back to net like this, because he shoots top corner. You ain't saving that realistically, and he can then like you have to start pre-jumping the save if you want to save it, but then he could fake you. So that's why people challenge, right? But if you listen to my shit, you have two options. You challenge instantly, you close the distance to the ball, Or you cover your shot if you have the space, but you don't have the space, so what you have to do is challenge here. And it has to happen earlier, because you're beat as here, right? You don't fake challenge and then you see that he gets a touch and you challenge. No, you fake challenge, you see that he gets a touch, but you're still just driving away. You're still like breaking your momentum, you're still being slow as shit, you're not getting on the right height, he beats you, but you get lucky that it's not in. Like, big mistake, big mistake. Alright, again, we have never seen you play this ball like infield. Like, we have never seen you take this approach, and then this approach. It is always just this approach, straight towards the net. And again, it will work. You have scored multiple times out of it this game, but it is easier to defend. And there we go again. That's just an early challenge, and you know, as I said, it's just one angle that the defender has to block. The angle is literally from here to your net. This is the only angle they have to block. There is like slight direction changes, sure, but the direction change you get here is not enough. Like, like it's a little bit to the left, but it doesn't work, you know. I turned 23, man. Changones. Alright, so we hear him go away. It's such a, like, if you're a good player, sure, like, Zen will go up here and sure, he will double reset, but you have to kind of know, like, your ass at the game and, you know, make your own decisions, though. You want to go for this? I'm totally fine with it. You also only have 30 seconds, so I really get that you want to try something here, but in the end, you have to maybe ask yourself the question, like, watch your replays and ask yourself the question, how many times you go for something and how many times it succeeds, and it's fine. I'm not going to say anything. A lot of times, still. See, this touch is a little bit more towards the left, which opens up more angles. It's still, like, straight into him, right? Nice 50. Like, you can threaten something and then take a 50. I like that. This was nice, though. This was nice. You threaten something, you just go for a 50. It shouldn't have worked. Fairy Peak would have saved it for sure, but... Alright, that's like the 4th time you got faked on that shit. I like the aggressive challenge. I really do. You have 10 seconds. It is in. You deserve, man. And this is what I mean with getting a touch on the wall. Like, he grabs the boost. He makes the same mistake you made in your corner. Do you remember where he grabbed your boost and you had a free ball and you got this touch? And this touch is bad for this reason. And you scored on him last time you made this mistake. But that doesn't mean you made a good play. You made a mistake and you should have gotten scored on. And we see why you should have gotten scored on, because you score on him because he makes the same mistake. Now, it's a touch from the corner wall into the, like, side wall, but the opponent's right there on the side wall. Nice. Bro said nice. Alright. Being on the backboard or any wall or even on the ceiling or the inside of your net is always better if the ball ends up going there. So what I mean by that is, if you position yourself here on the wall, it is always better than being here on the ground, because if the ball gets that high up, you can drive towards where you need to be and you can get a free ball, free touch. If you stay on the ground, you have to fly up towards that position, right? Being on the wall is always better than driving and flying towards that same ball. Maybe not always, but literally 99% of the time, just trust me. So a good player will be able to cover his shot when needed, but be able to reach the backboard whenever needed as well. So when you see this blanger, like, you kind of go towards your net and now you suck the post cock and now I hope you get scored on, and you do. And this is why we love ones, because in twos you will have a teammate that will, you know, help your mistake. It will fix your mistake. He will help you out, and you will be like, okay, it's fine, and then you score and then you win the game and you feel like you're gonna go from Diamond 3 to Champ 1. But in ones you will still make the same mistake and you cannot hold your own. You cannot get yourself out of this situation.